What's up, fellow 300 blackers? Today I want to do a review of the Discreet Ballistics 300 Blackout Hunting and Target Bundle Pack. I came across these a couple years ago when I was looking for a 300 black subsonic hunting round and saw a couple boxes of these in a local gun shop. Started looking into them a little bit and really read nothing but good things about Discreet Ballistics and this copper projectile. So I picked up a couple boxes, took them out hunting that year, shot a buck at about 65 yards. He ran maybe 20 yards and dropped. And I pulled this out of the exit wound side. Basically, it went all the way through. I shot him right behind the shoulder. It went all the way through and got hung up in his fur on the other side. So you can see the expansion on that thing is pretty awesome. I was pretty impressed right off the rip with these. So I recently went to go buy some more for this year and saw that they offered this target and bundle pack. Basically, it comes with 20 rounds of the 188 grain subsonic hunting load and 40 rounds of the 190 grain subsonic target loads. This pack is basically designed to have a similar point of impact so that you can practice with the target loads and hunt with the hunting loads. The hunting loads are expensive. I think they're 45 bucks for a box of 20, putting them at shipped and everything, probably $250, maybe a little more per round. And the target rounds are 40 rounds in there. I think 68 bucks for those. So shipped, you're probably going to be a little under $2, $1.80 for these. So they're still expensive, but it is cheaper. And if you want to practice or, go out and shoot for dope and then come back and check your point of impact with the hunting round, I think this will make it a little less expensive. And supposedly the point of impact is supposed to be pretty close. I'm going to take that out to the range today and find out. So with the hunting round, this hunting round is a 188 grain machined copper 30 cal Celis bullet. These are made to expand at subsonic velocities above 750 foot per second, and it's designed to expand over 3 times its original diameter upon entering fluid, and we can see that that claim is true with this one. They say that the effective range on these is usually 75 to 100 yards, but I've been reading Walter Subcheck. He's got a Substack page, and he does a lot of stuff with these, and he's got some pretty awesome experiences with this round. He shot them out a lot farther. Really just got to know your bullet drop and know your dope so that you can make your hits, because this thing will start dropping off pretty quick past 100 yards. They say that the muzzle velocity on these is typically between 900 and 1050 feet per second, depending on your barrel. They do, when you order these, they will ask you your barrel length, twist, and whether you're shooting out of a gas gun or a bolt gun. I'm assuming they're doing that to optimize the powder charge in these. They basically say that they want to keep it consistently in the 100 or the 1,000 feet per second range in a long or a short barrel, so that it'll be the most consistent that they can get it for that terminal velocities, I guess. The target load is a 190 grain Recce machined solid copper projectile. This projectile is a non-expanding bullet optimized for subsonic shooting within 100 meters. Terminal penetration is nearly double that of the expanders and supposedly can defeat soft armor in certain situations. So this is supposed to produce a very close point of impact to the 188 grain hunting round. And we're going to take it out to the range today and see how that point of impact is. We're going to get some groups and see how these do grouping, velocity, and point of impact shift. So I'll see you guys out at the range. We'll get some data on these. All right, guys, I've got a target set up at 50 yards. This gun is zeroed at 75 yards with the target rounds right now. I just put a quick 0 on it. I zero at 75 because the area that I'm hunting is generally going to be about a 50 to 100 yard shot. We're going to shoot a group with the target round at 50 yards and a group with the hunting round. Then we're going to move it out to 100, shoot a group with the target round, group with the hunting round. Then I'm going to move it out to 150, shoot a group with the target round, or maybe 125, because I don't see myself ever going out to 150 with this. We'll shoot it out to 125 with the target and the hunting round as well. That way we can get an idea of our point of impact shift between the 2 rounds and also our bullet drop as we progress out. I am running a chrono today, so I'll get some speed data. I'll post that up at the end of the video. Running this out of a 16-inch barrel. This is a CVA Scout, single shot break action. It is not a precision instrument by any means, but it is a good shooter, and it is stupid quiet with this can. Running a Silencer Co. Omega 300 on it. The Razor 1-6 is just on there for now for the purposes of testing. Normally I'm running a 1-4. It's done pretty well for me hunting, but I want to get a little better groups out of this. Anyway, I'm going to shoot the groups, let the barrel cool, shoot the groups, let the barrel cool, and so on. So it's going to take a while. I'm not going to make you sit through the entire process, but I will give you a few shots at the beginning just so you can see how quiet this thing is. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm back at the house now. Had a few people show up at the range as I was finishing up my groups, so just grabbed my target and headed home. You can see on the left side, these are all the target rounds. These are all the hunting rounds. Shot 5-shot groups on each one, 50, 100, and 125. Point of impact shift was very minimal. I was pretty impressed with that. You can see just at the 50, this group and that group, pretty much exact same place. This is the 100 group. This is the 100 group. Those are both in about the same place. And this is the 125 group. I'm gonna take this in a little bit closer and we'll take a better look at the groups. So 50-yard line with the 75-yard 0, we are got about 2 inches high. Target about 2 inches high with the hunting load. Good, virtually no point of impact shift. We're looking at about 1.5 inch group there, maybe 1 inch group for the hunting round. So those were good. Going up to the 100-yard line, target load about a 4-inch drop, hunting load about a 4.5 inch drop. These, as far as chrono numbers go, I'll put them up in a second, but the baseline was about 1,000. The target loads were averaging a little over 1,000. The hunting loads were averaging a little under 1,000. So a little more drop is understandable, but I was still surprised by that amount of drop from a 75-yard 0 to 100. 4 inches seems crazy to me, but the 125-yard line is where it really blew my mind. And we're looking at, for the target load, about a 9-inch drop to the center of that group, and the hunting load about an 11.5 inch drop. So in 50 yards from 75 to 125 with that hunting round, we're dropping 11 inches or 11.5 inches. That is crazy to me. Groups, that group with the hunting round is about 3.5, not quite 3.5, maybe 3.25. And with the target round, a little less than 3 inches. So like they said on the website, I think this is a, optimized for 75 or 50 to 100 yards. The drop off is just crazy. Once you pass 100 yards, that thing is dropping like a rock. Point of impact shift is great. I think accuracy is good. Like I said, my rifle's not a precision instrument by any means. There was a little bit of left to right wind. You can see the groups kind of moved over there a little bit, but I think at 50 yards and with the hunting round, 50 yards and the 100 round groups were pretty good. Those are very acceptable for hunting accuracy. And even the 125 yard group, I think I was a little off there, but that group will kill a deer easily. You're looking at 3 inches, basically 3 inches at 125 with that round. So I'll post the chrono numbers split up by target and hunting with all 15 rounds. With all 15 rounds, you can see what the average speeds were. I think there was one outlier with the target round. It was like 1063, and I think it was this one. But overall, very consistent, good standard deviation. I'll put those up now. Thanks for watching, guys. You got any questions, put them down below.